Welcome to Mac's Garage. I'm Mac and this is my 2000 Jeep Cherokee. So today we're going to be putting in a multi-light control. It'll pretty much be able to control all the accessories other than the winch, which we've already put the control in for if you've watched my latest videos. But other than that, we have so much work to do on this, so it's going to be a lot of fun to keep up with everything that gets done to this little baby right here. Anyways, let's get to it. All right, so we're going to remove these 4 bolts to be able to put on the fuse box. Okay, and then we're going to put the actual fuse box in. It says to put the cover off. All right, so the wires come up through here, and each one of these is each 2 of these is a switch, and then you'll have your power and your ground for the actual control unit. So we're gonna put this in. And this is the ground. We left it loose for this. I'll have to tighten it after I get it on. All right, so fuse box is in. Time to get the controllers in the inside. All right, so we're gonna pop this out. We gotta get a screw out from under here. Okay. And pop out where the 4-wheel drive is. I think I'm gonna have to get a thinner one for this. And let's see what kind of screw head. Phillips. All right, so I got a metal one that's a little thinner. Oh, that was way easier. All right, and so we're gonna remove the screw under the shift cover. All right, that's one. And this is all to get the ashtray out. And then you're gonna remove the screw that's under the 4-wheel drive shifter. It told me to remove 2 other screws from the center console, and I actually might have to. I was hoping I did not have to. Yeah. All right, so there's 2 screws in here. Oh, wow. Well, one's already undone. And the second one is on the other side. The screw is turning, but it does not seem like it's coming out, like it's not connected. It's connected to something. Oh. All right, so I just had to have help to pull up the center console, get the shifter cover out, which we definitely broke, and in order to get the stupid thing out. So, anyways, we're gonna put this controller through here, and then lift up the console to get the wires to go through here, which we're gonna have to wire the fuse box to that through the firewall. Anyway, so now we're gonna drill holes through what's already there in order to screw it down. All right, so I don't know who's trusting me with the drill, but here we go. All right, that wasn't too bad. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the screw in. Okay, and the other side. We moved to the screws versus the bolts because there was really no way to get the nut on it. Or the first, I got it on this one, but I could not get it on any of the other ones, so. All right, so that's set. So now we have to get the wiring from the fuse box to here, through the firewall. Wish me luck. All right, so I found a spot for the wires to go to. I looked under the dash to make sure that it's not, you know, terrible to get to. And it needs to go up through the harness and into here. So I'm going to route this first. Okay, so it'll go under. And let's do this. So it comes with a little grommet, but I don't actually know if it doesn't look like it's gonna fit. Doesn't seem like that is made for that, especially considering it's a circle versus a rectangle, but at least it's in there a little bit. All right, now, oh. Okay, well, it's kind of sitting in there. All right, so we're gonna lead it through this hole right here, maybe. Well, all right, so we're gonna route it above the brake booster and through here. I think if I pull it from the bottom, that'll help a little bit. All right, and the last part I did from up here just to make sure I didn't pull the wire too hard. So, looks all good and fed through. So now we're gonna connect it under the console and then put everything back together. All right, so this is gonna go under the console. I think I'm gonna have to connect it through the top. All right, so connect it. I don't know how much you guys can really see here. All right, connected there. Now I'm gonna pull it back through and zip tie the extra wires into the little cubby. All right. And it needs to be zip tied up here as well to keep it out of the way. Let's get another zip tie. Okay, so now it's out of the way, and cut the zip tie, and we're all good. All right, so time to hook the fuse box up to the power and ground. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to go to the other side to finish, but you gotta get it through the hole back here, and this one goes to the power. Let's run both of them through first. And also, there's a lot of extra wire. I guess we just should go through there instead, no? Okay. Let me get the bolts. All right, so we're gonna zip tie all these out of the way. Again, with the world's tiniest zip ties. Give it some more. All right, so let's put the console back on. Now I say put the console back on, except for the fact that there is no cover anymore. We will have to buy a new one of that. Uh-oh. Okay. Push that down in there, and then in the console, since the one screw never ever came out, let's just put this one in. All right. So the console's back in, switches are in, everything's set. All right, so I tightened everything down and broke the power lug. So we're gonna have to warranty that. Yay, I love working on cars. But anyway, so everything is all set. So if we get this warranty, we'll just have to replace the actual fuse panel, and everything will just hook back into it. So at least I broke something that's not too hard to redo. But other than that, everything's hooked up. All the wires are pushed back. We plugged in the fan, and that's why I tightened it to break it, just to see if it would work. But so whenever that does get warranted, we'll put that in, and then we're gonna install some lights, make sure that the fan can be hooked up to it, plus install some other accessories. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe below, and I'll see you next time.